There's something comforting about a ripe banana. It's soft, sweet, and familiar. A fruit we've trusted since childhood. You slice it over oatmeal, blend it into a smoothie, or peel one open as a quick snack. Especially for seniors, it seems like the perfect food, natural, easy to chew, and loaded with potassium, which we've always been told is heart healthy. But here's the shocking truth that most older adults never hear. That same banana, so innocent in appearance, could silently increase your risk of stroke overnight. As a doctor who spent decades studying how the aging brain works, I've seen it far too many times. A patient comes in with sudden slurred speech, facial drooping, or one arm that just won't move. We run the scans and there it is. A small but devastating stroke. The cause? Not smoking, not a deep-fried dinner, but a morning routine that includes one too many bananas. Surprising? It shocked me too. You see, when you're over 60, your body doesn't handle minerals like it used to. Potassium, a mineral essential for nerve and muscle function, becomes a double-edged sword. In the right amount, it helps regulate blood pressure and supports your heart. But if your kidneys have slowed down, which they naturally do with age, potassium can build up in your bloodstream without warning. And that buildup can turn dangerous fast. What makes it worse is that so many seniors are on medications, blood pressure pills, diuretics, ACE inhibitors, that already affect how the body processes potassium. That's where the problem begins. A seemingly harmless banana, especially when combined with these medications, can tip the balance. It's like pouring fuel onto a low-burning fire. Let me tell you about a man named Raymond, 66 years old, retired carpenter, proud grandfather, and in good health, or so he thought. He started each morning with oatmeal, a sliced banana on top, and a glass of orange juice. He was taking his prescribed blood pressure medication faithfully. But one morning, Raymond's wife found him collapsed in the bathroom. His speech was jumbled, and he couldn't move the left side of his body. The ER doctors confirmed it. Stroke. His potassium levels had spiked overnight, triggering abnormal heart rhythms and leading to clot formation, all while he slept. It's terrifying to think something so simple could have such devastating effects. But it happens more often than you'd believe. And the scariest part? There are no warning signs. You won't feel the potassium creeping up. You won't sense the clot forming. You just go to sleep. And sometimes you wake up in a different world. Now before you panic and swear off fruit forever, let's be clear. Fruit is not the enemy, but context matters, especially as we age. A food that was perfectly safe in your 30s or 40s can become risky in your 60s, 70s, or 80s. Your kidneys, your liver, your heart, they all operate differently now. That's not weakness, it's biology. And when you combine those changes with medications, the effects multiply. Take bananas. One large banana can have over 450 milligrams of potassium. If your body can't clear that efficiently, especially overnight when circulation slows, it can create stiffened arteries, thicker blood, and a greater likelihood of clots. And if you're eating 2 bananas a day, or blending them into smoothies with other high-potassium fruits like oranges or avocados, you could unknowingly be stacking the odds against your brain. So what's the solution? Do you have to give up your favorite fruit entirely? Not necessarily. It's all about timing, quantity, and combinations. If you're over 60, limit yourself to half a banana per day. Eat it in the morning, not before bed, and always pair it with a source of protein or healthy fat, Greek yogurt, nuts, or a boiled egg. This slows absorption and reduces the risk of a rapid potassium surge. And if you're on medications, talk to your doctor. Ask how potassium-rich foods might be affecting your treatment plan, because the truth is, your medication doesn't work in isolation. It interacts with everything. What you eat, when you eat, how hydrated you are, how well your kidneys function. Most stroke risks come not from a single mistake but from daily habits that quietly build into a storm. Bananas are just one piece of the puzzle. Let's talk briefly about what happens inside your body. When potassium levels rise too fast, your heart rhythm can become erratic. Blood vessels may constrict. The blood becomes thicker, not like jelly, but just enough to slow flow in small vessels. In a young, flexible artery that might not matter. But in older arteries, where plaque may already be present and walls are stiffer, that slow flow allows clots to form. A single clot, no larger than a grain of rice, can block blood to a part of the brain. And within minutes, that part of the brain begins to die. And the brain doesn't get do-overs. You can't rebuild neurons the way you rebuild muscle. When speech disappears, when memory slips, when balance falters, these are not just symptoms. They're warnings. And sometimes they're permanent losses. Now think about this. How many seniors are told this at their checkups? How many times have you been warned about grapefruit, but never about bananas? Grapefruit is notorious for drug interactions, but potassium-rich fruits are often overlooked, even though the risk is real, especially when combined with prescriptions. It's not that your doctor doesn't care, it's just that nutrition is rarely prioritized in most medical appointments. That's why education like this is critical. It gives you the power to act before something goes wrong. If you're wondering what other fruits to be cautious of, you're not alone. Grapes, for example, are tiny sugar bombs that spike blood glucose and strain delicate blood vessels. Pineapple, with its enzymes and acidity, can interfere with blood clotting. Even watermelon, praised for hydration, can dehydrate the brain overnight due to its diuretic effect. Each of these, eaten in the wrong context, at the wrong time, or in the wrong combination, can become a silent trigger. But the focus here is not fear, it's awareness. You don't have to give up fruit, you just have to eat it smarter. Here's what I tell my patients now. Treat fruit like medicine. Take the right dose at the right time. Respect your body's changes. Balance fruit with protein, fiber, and hydration. Pay attention to how you feel after certain snacks. Do you feel foggy, dizzy, or tired after a fruit-heavy meal? That's not age. That's your body trying to tell you something. Also, track your symptoms. Morning dizziness, frequent urination overnight, irregular heartbeat, or dry mouth are not just aging annoyances. They're signals, and sometimes warnings, that your body is struggling to stay balanced. And if you've had a stroke or TIA before, the stakes are even higher. You're more sensitive to changes in blood chemistry, your vessels are more vulnerable, and your brain, already healing, is more fragile. In that case, your diet becomes not just important, but essential. Think of your brain like a symphony. Every element, blood flow, oxygen, nutrients, needs to stay in harmony. A sudden spike in potassium is like blasting a trumpet during a violin solo. It disrupts everything. And if it happens at night while your body is in repair mode, it can go unnoticed, until the damage is done. So, let me ask you, is a banana worth the risk if it's eaten the wrong way? It might sound dramatic, but I've seen the consequences up close. And every time I speak with a stroke survivor who lost something they can't get back, speech, movement, clarity, I ask myself, how could we have warned them sooner? Now, we are. Now you know. So the next time you reach for that banana, do it with confidence. But also, with caution. Choose the smaller one. Eat half. Pair it with breakfast, not dessert. Drink water. And most importantly, talk to your doctor. Let them help you navigate the intersection of food and medicine. Because it's not just about what you eat, it's about how your body responds to what you eat. In your golden years, every choice matters. Your brain has carried your memories, your stories, your identity. Don't let an innocent snack put all that at risk. Stay smart, stay watchful, and stay well.